Thinking today we're live.
Hi, welcome to StockinetteZombies. I'm Amy, also known as Janitma.
And I'm Megan, also known as Just Run It, and this is episode 502. We come to you from the Arctic North.
Yes, we
Oh, yeah,
do.
it's been quite a topic, right? Because even like the folks I work with that live in Chicago that are right next to the lake effect, right? Like they don't normally get a lot, and they're a little bit further south than we are of really cold weather. They're having school cancellations. I feel like in Minnesota, our schools are like triple canceled. This was supposed to be an like a end of
End of court,
semester,
yeah.
yeah, end of semester, end of quarter teacher in service day. We have ice out Minnesota, and then it's like negative 50 wind chill outside right now, which is the same in Fahrenheit and Celsius.
So you really truly know how cold it is, no matter where you
Woo!
are.
Everybody knows just how miserable it is right now. But yeah, the week started out with Dexter was driving himself to school, and he was like, "Hey, Mom, did you know that this week in Texas and West Virginia they might get snow?" And I was like, it took me. I'm like, you realize that those aren't together geographically, right? And he's like, "Yeah, but they're places that don't normally get snow." So I've got somebody that I work with that's down in Dallas, and I was mentioning it to her, and she's like, "Oh yeah, it's supposed to be really cold." I had no clue. Like I had no idea what was coming for us. I was like, "Oh, you're getting that because all of our like normal weather
Yes,
is
yes.
going
At
is
my work,
going down
we've
there."
told people to work from home because
Yeah.
um, it's not worth the risk, right? What if you're driving in and something happens and then you can't get to work or home now because in between,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just like, nope, nope. I think everything can wait at least a day.
Our
So
batteries don't like it out there in that cold.
no. No, you could, yeah, you'd have to run your car nice and warm and only be at work for like a half an hour to an hour and then go home again.
Yeah. And you don't want to have to be that person that has to call like AAA or call
Right.
the work like jumpstart me, but it's like, yeah, negative 50 out. So yeah, it's been an interesting week of weather. Yeah, we for ZK, we're starting to do some fun announcements of those that are in our market. Again, that's all announced and out on our webpage, but doing a little bit of individual promo, as well as like I'm doing some shopping at the places, as well as Amy's chiming in on like what's in our cart at these vendors. No conversion yet, although it's been really tempting.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Uh, I will say that one purchase yesterday that is from a former vendor, two former vendors actually, is the Farm Aid release from Get Bents and Muse 2320.
Mhm.
Uh, I had to order that. It was like super cute, had a charity element, and I had already during the summer wanted to order their concert tee because I watched it online. And I didn't because of the cost. But I was like, if I'm already ordering the hat, might as well throw the shirt on board that I
Yeah.
wanted this summer. And yeah, so that was really fun. So if you haven't seen it, the colors are Minnesota Lynx colors as well, so you can kind of
Mm.
do double duty on it. So that's just some lovely vendors that have been part of our market in the past and caught my eye and did end up in the checkout.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess the only other thing we do have a Zoom, safe and sound indoors on Sunday, for ZK and ZKN combined. And yeah, I think I've heard some people are trying to get some of their first projects in for our craft along, so that they can do potentially some team scheming and maybe a little bit of trash talking. It's always a little fun. So
Yeah, yeah. I apologize. I was a little bit behind on those. My normal routine was disrupted this week, so
Yep.
I did
Yep.
not get to them.
I will try my best to get all of them, everybody sorted and notified if you get it in on Saturday, so
Yes.
that by Sunday you can, yeah, you can have some team camaraderie. So, yeah, yeah, I think that is it. No news on our Stockinette Zombies K8 Craft Along quite yet. And I think that's it for me. Any more administrative for you?
No, I have been happily, like everybody else, following along with the announcements and shopping some patterns from our freshly announced Jesse and Park and plotting what I want to make. I definitely have a sweater's quantity of lavender loon that needs to be turned into some sort of sweater. I have been thinking about the one that I believe is in your whips pile. So
Mm-hmm.
we can probably get started with whips.
Yep, let's go for it.
Okay. So because the challenge for this next 2 months, this month and next, for the KL is a blanket motif. I started the Hasper shawl.
Ooh, pretty.
So this is very addicting, but I just really haven't had enough knitting time to get very far on it. I would like
Mm-hmm.
to get it submitted by the end of February, so hopefully it'll get some love here soon. But I have this one. Yeah, beautiful. And this is out of Farmer's Daughter's Fibers. This is Recollect, the brown is Recollect, but then the pink is from their Skein to or Farm to Skein what was that? Like a monthly subscription a while
Yeah.
back. So Karen had a spare skein of it that she didn't want, so I had two to be able to
Mm.
make into this shawl, and they're both pretty plump. So I'm getting
I was gonna say it looks.
yes, yes, very smushy. So the it's funny though because the pink is rated a fingering weight and the Recollect is rated a sport weight, and the pink is a little bit smooshier um
Yeah.
in the
It look
base.
it's popping a little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it's definitely it's everything I wanted it to be. So I'm excited to get this one done. Okay. Next up I have from
You are
Sheena
also
Lines
slip
this.
stitchy on the top of your sweater.
Oh yes. I
You're
highly
also-
recommend a slip stitch sweater today.
yeah.
Very warm. Um
Mhm.
or all over color work,
Mhm.
but I'm trying to get this oriented so that I can kind of show it off. But I'm working on a recollect, no, recalibrate.
Calibrate.
Recollect was the yarn,
Yep.
recalibrate is the sweater. Anyway, so I am halfway done and on to the
Ooh.
second half. So now you can see that it has the half there.
Mhm.
And this is Leading Men Fiber Arts from our one of our retreat colorways.
That's the
So isn't that
moon, right? The moon
beautiful?
one.
Yes. And then the brown was from she at the time was Fangirl Yarns, but is now Keegan Yarns.
Yep.
So beautiful color there. And love, love, love how it's accenting the leading men. So beautiful, beautiful. On this one, I definitely went to the Ravelry patterns or completed objects page to get inspiration for the number of colorways that could go into it, right? There are a lot of panels, and you can kind of pick and choose what you do in each panel. And as written, this would be two different colors going across, but I decided from looking at those finished objects that I liked the ones that made it a solid panel and then put just a second color with it. So uh, going going for the long version this time. I believe I did the short version on the first one I ever made. So
Mhm.
going for the
And
long
you
one
were
this.
like a early tester of that as well, so you got to see some of them in between, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I really I'm really enjoying this one. It uh I want to say what do I want to say? It's a lot of stockinette. So if you're ready for just stockinette for a long time, but then some origami magic and then a lot of stockinette, this is wonderful, right? Because these panels, tons, so much stockinette, right?
Yeah,
But once you get to that origami moment and everything folds together and you have like a completed side, it just gets you motivated. And so now we're on the second one.
so pretty. Yeah. A really
Yeah, love.
fun way to combo colors, like you said, right?
Yeah, and again, like this colorway. Oh my gosh, just magic in this with garter. Uh anyway,
Hmm.
so
So pretty.
that's that. And then I have a long suffering pair of socks that are nearing the end. So we have the second sock and we're like about an inch from the toe. So I'm really excited that these are finally working their way off the needles. But
Mhm.
just a top down with the heel there. I started the second sock after the new year, so this will be a what do I want to say? It's a completed object. So I will weigh and enter for the KL1 sock. This
Yeah.
sock was before the KL. This sock was after the start. So
Hmm.
this is one full object as one sock. So just a reminder to people knitting along, if you had that happen, that's something that you can do. I'm realizing now that I started a pair of mittens that I did not bring up here, but that's because they're like so close to done. You will see them in finished objects.
Hmm.
Um, but they're really fun. And that's also leaning men fiber arts. I'm on a theme here.
You've
But
got, I mean, your socks are so gorgeous, and I have so many single skeins that are like calling to me, but I have not washed socks for a year. I've
oh
got
no,
like two huge bins of
yes,
socks, and I still have like a lot of my containers are full of socks.
yeah,
So I'm like, no, I probably don't need to make another pair of socks for me.
right.
So yeah, gotta find some feet.
Yes. Find some feet, get them some socks. I've
Yeah.
been contemplating that too. That particular colorway was like, oh no, I want these. But
Mhm.
I think the next one I cast on will be for somebody else. Uh,
Mhm.
all right. And then last but not least, I have my blanket continuing to go here. And now you can see more of the pattern, right? I'm doing kind of a dark block, a light block, a dark block through.
Mhm.
And yeah, so
So fun.
yes, and these colors are definitely a theme or aesthetic that's been going on for a while with my kid. So these pale greens are her happy color. So we have a bunch of them.
So much fun. Yeah. I don't know that Tony's ever like officially published a blanket with that pattern, but I know we've had quite a few of the like not quite a half of a square between the two of us, and I know a couple of people in some of our craft alongs have done those as well. It's so satisfying, and it's such a little like potato chippy, like, oh, I can get a block in. Again, you're making me want to cast one.
Yeah, yeah. The definitely a lot of fun. And I had started one of these in crochet for myself that I ended up having to set down that's each block is a different color.
Mhm.
Um, so I that was my DK blanket project, but it's been set down. It's been languishing. I do want to get this one off the needles. What I'm
Less
deciding is if
math
it
of like figuring out if you're going to have enough of each color
right.
when you're not creating like a visual pattern with the
Mhm.
blocks. Yeah,
So this one here, I just want to say, like, I feel like I get them done when they're for somebody else. All these scrappy
that's fair.
blankets, like, oh, that can be finished, I don't know, in retirement. I don't know. I'm not super keen on finishing those blankets, but
Mhm.
these that are for for somebody tend to get done. So I'm excited about this
Yeah.
project, but
And I know that we know that they are the folks that we're making are craft worthy
mhm,
folks. Ellie brings her blanket with her when she comes home for the holidays. She like yeah, the blanket that I made for her is like a treasured,
mhm.
almost like weighted blanket for her, right? That she
Yeah, it
needs
is.
to have part of her sleep. So
Cool.
very
Yeah,
cool.
again, I hope so. But again, this is
Yeah. You're
getting
gonna
to
have
the
some
long
ends to weave
part.
in there.
Yeah, not so many. I think
No,
I
not as many
just
as your individual ones.
yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. But yeah, I'm definitely getting to the long part of the blanket. It's
Yeah.
so where it's not quite the longest diagonal yet, but it's getting close.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, don't know. I'm saying but a lot.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
done.
Yeah. I have my two whips that I often have. I have an on the go project, and then I have a kind of one that stays at home. I wrapped up, so you never saw it as a whip, another Love Always. Another one with a balaclava line. I've been wearing the heck out of my other one, that was kind of more of scrappy. This one was a just two colorways from our ZK vendors. And then I was like, I don't want to cast on another muscle burrow. I don't need another Love Always currently, unless I'm doing that for everyone. And then it seems like a lot of hats.
Hmm.
Although my goodness gracious, my colleagues are so hat worthy and craft worthy. They over the break, I got one from a picture from Canada. I was out skiing all day, and here I'm wearing your toque, and like beautiful mountains behind them. And here's this hat that I gave them. Right, another one hiked to the top of a volcano in Hawaii, and
Yeah.
like was wearing it, took a picture, and I'm like, goodness, I want to make you all something. But instead of continuing down the like make hats repeatedly for everyone path, I decided, and again, I don't know if I need to write it up or if it can just be notes in Ravelry. But the Love Always is a tube that can be worn as a cowl, a hat. I'm doing balaclava now. I thought the Love Always 2, TOO, could be some mitts.
Oh, okay.
So make it some long, smaller circumference, making some longer mitts. Thinking I could probably put a thumb hole in, as well as, do that same kind of twist and make it
Hmm.
into kind of a enclosed once I get it long enough. And also have it be, as you saw when I was an arm warmer when I'm running. So kind of playing around with that. It's the same pattern as the Love Always, it's just less stitches. Lots and lots less stitches. So yeah, a little fun there with some Dames at Sea from Leading Men Fiber
Mm,
Arts left over.
a great color.
And this is Woolstock from Lavender Loon,
Mm.
from one of their, I think I mentioned this last week,
I
when
feel like I have that combo in a shawl. Like I swear I made that exact Dames
yeah,
and
no,
wool.
it's a super fun classic. I mean, navy with Dames at Sea just goes so great with everything,
It's a great
right? Like
color.
it's just
Yeah.
such a great navy. So yeah, my hair is trying to cobble all of my yarns together currently, which is a fun little felting exercise when I try to get out of this later. But yeah, that's been fun. Definitely feel like it goes a lot faster
Hmm.
when it's not all of those stitches for the hat. So yeah, may have stumbled upon a alternative to make hats for all of for everyone. Um, sort of yeah, gifting, maybe a new obsession. We'll see.
Yep.
And then, yeah, as Amy alluded to, last week after we announced, I grabbed the school supply sweater by Park Williams. I had a really smushy MCN sitting around in my stash from Magpie Fibers. Their Swanky sock was something that automatically showed up, and I
Mm.
had two skeins of. I also have another Suburban Stitcher, I think it was granite colorway that's very
Mm,
similar to this, that's on standby if I run out.
okay.
Because I am making modifications to the pattern.
Okay.
Her design has a really low, arm side,
Mm, hmm
a very short amount of body, and then an exaggerated ribbing.
hmm
I made the arm side a lot less deep. I added a lot more underarm. And then my ribbing is probably going to be, because this is what I have left, is going to be a little less exaggerated. I also like sometimes with those exaggerated split hems, I get some flaring. So I did some ribbing in the round before I separated. But yeah, she's almost done. I'm on the ribbing. So really fast, big needles. I am combining this Magpie Fiber MCN with some solar flare fibers from, I think it was the second ZK. I don't think the first ZK we would have had somebody from Australia join us. So I think it was the second ZK.
Okay.
Fiona joined us, Solar Flare Fibers out of Australia, in our market. And this skein of merino silk has been sitting in my stash, just waiting for the perfect thing, whether or not that was like a super lacy, drapey top or shawl. Now it's being combined with an MCN. So I'm basically creating my own MCS. Yeah, really enjoying kind of the moral of it all, right?
Okay. Yeah.
It's yeah, a super fun. As you can see here, I did the sleeves before I actually did the body. Which again, I was telling Jeremy, I'm like, you know how I complain about the sleeves at the end? If I do them in the middle, I probably won't be as yeah.
Mm,
Also got them a little narrower than she had written, right? Put some decreases in there to try to conserve yarn as best I could. And yeah, I'm on that ribbing now. And again, probably not going to be able to have as pronounced of a cuff
mm.
as the pattern is written. But yes, the MCS that I've created
I'm gonna
is super
I'm gonna go off
fabulous.
camera to get the one that I plan to use.
Oh, cool. But yeah, really enjoy. Oh goodness. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Yeah, so this
Is that
is
the one that has like a core and a
Hema cotton.
ooh.
Yeah, and it looks like a chain ply yarn.
Mhm. Pretty.
So yeah, from Lavender Loon, I have plenty of balls to make this, and it's going to be super smooth.
You are not in the conserve. Are you? You probably will do. I'm not a big crop person, right? You probably will do a little bit more crop or
Um, my intention was to have it be at my pants line, so not necessarily crop, but not necessarily terribly long either. I do like the shape of it, so probably just end up extending the rib until it hits the pants line while on
right.
the body. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Mine's again, I'm going as best I can, but don't want to run out
right.
on okay, I think the lace will outlast the fingering. And then as I said, I've got like another colorway that's very similar, especially since I'm
hmm
marling it with something that I
Yep.
can use on those cuffs, which was kind of my thought. Like even if it is just a little bit different, like I can perceive the difference. It's like, well,
Right.
it'll be on the cuffs, it'll look potentially
Intentional. Yeah.
intentional. So yeah, a little bit of again, I think that like you were saying about like it spurs you on when it's for somebody else. I think that mystery of like, will I run out of yarn? What will I need to do? I'm going to make the sleeves and try to make, conserve as much yarn
Yes.
as I can, but then stop just short because I need to put, potentially a different color in the cuff. Like all of that just like it spurs me on, right? Like I want to get to the end and figure out like whether or not my plans, I need to use my contingency plan or not.
Yeah. I
Oh,
apologize. I've been looking down a bunch because
yes, yes. So yeah, yeah, and it's super stretchy and it will be oversized. I know looking at it right now, you're not seeing it, but it's like boing, boing, boing. It's gonna be able to get a lot of blocking out. The only thing I'll say about marling is I do get a little obsessed if I get like when you're marling, you have like what strand is forward and what strand is back
Oh,
once it goes
right.
around the needle. And I do get a little obsessed with like, oh, I've had five where the, the green color is forward and well, I have a line. And like sometimes I overthink it a little bit. There's definitely a spot in this where I noticed like I had a line of all light stitches at one point, and I was like, well, that's interesting. I think it was like right there. Um, but that's my brain looking for patterns in it. So yeah, it's a super fun pattern. I could see myself making something else, and I think the like bang of the big needles
Yes.
and the marling for me is really making me dream of making more. But yeah, all that to say, I would definitely recommend kind of making your own yarns, right? It's super
Yes.
satisfying to put together these two colors and see it end up like this.
Mhm.
And again, close up, it's, you can see a lot more in the individual stitches, but then it looks more like a coherent color story from further out. So yeah,
Yeah, it looks really, really smushy. And
yes, yes,
I am excited to cast on all the things, but I've
yes.
been very disciplined about sticking to socks and recalibrate, uh, with the exception of the mittens that I cast on. And and so it's like those three projects, and then every once in a while, when it sneaks into my lap, I got some squares to add. But yeah, whips, gotta love them. I have a
Yeah,
million, and
awesome.
bye.
Bye, Hoofta. All right, off to my next one. Thanks, Amy.
Yeah, I got you overthink patterns, and I overthink conversation.